Hey guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial featuring this beautiful eye look that I have been obsessed with lately. I love it. I am using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Secrets for you guys, okay? I bought this palette when it first came out and everybody and their mom was like, this is my favorite palette, oh my god. And I was in a weird time period in my life. I was going through a lot of stuff. If you guys want to know what's been going on in my life and you care, you really want to know, let me know. I will do a video about it. But otherwise, I'm not going to bore you guys with my details of my life unless you genuinely want to know. So I'm not going to film it unless you guys ask for it. But when I bought this palette, I kind of wasn't wearing makeup. I didn't have a lot of motivation, so I didn't really play around with it. Well, this last week, I decided to play around with it and I did this eye look for school. And when I was at school, so many, probably 6 people told me that they loved my eye makeup. And then when I went to get my hair colored, which if you don't notice, it's a little bit darker. I got some purple in it, but you can't really tell that it's purple. It's certain lighting, you can see the purple. But the girl that does my hair is like, oh my gosh, your eye makeup looks so good. And I was like, you know what? I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. I'm going to film this tutorial. So, I love it though, and I'm so excited to play around with this palette. If you guys want to see more Modern Renaissance tutorials, let me know because I will definitely do them. As of right now, the only days I can really film videos are Saturdays, possibly Sundays, and Mondays. But Mondays are my dedicated YouTube days, so who knows how many tutorials I will get out of me when it comes to filming on one day of the week because I don't like to put my makeup on and take it off. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope you guys are excited that I'm back and that I'm filming a makeup tutorial and that I'm in my old spot. I'm excited to be in my old spot. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. What I always do before I do my eye makeup is I always do my eyebrows. And the way I do that is I always start with my MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. I like to use this a small amount of this because a little bit goes such a long way with this product, and I don't know, this is probably not focused. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get my eyeballs out of here because okay. I hate my camera. I'm not going to spend 3 hours trying to focus it. But essentially just take a little bit and I always apply it to my ring finger and then I rub it in between the 2 ring fingers, and then I go into my eye and I apply it all the way up into the brow. I don't remember who told me this trick. Well, no one directly told me. I don't remember whose video I was watching that said this. I think it was Arden Rose. I don't even know if that's still her YouTube name. I don't watch her anymore, unfortunately. But she did that and then I started doing it and I was like, wow, this works. So then I'm going to go ahead and skip through my brows just because I don't want to make you guys sit through it. But basically I just use my brow powder. I have had this Benefit Browsing Powder forever. The color works for me. I like it. I'm still using it. And then I'll use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown, and then my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows in, what color is this? Supermodel. If you guys want to see a brow routine, let me know in the comments down below, but if not, I'm just going to skip through this for now. Okay, now that we got the scary brows going. Okay, so I'm going to start with, after I've already primed my eyes, I always go back in with a color base. And people always ask me, what's the trick to getting your eyeshadow to stay? Because people in my life, they see that my eyeshadow seriously looks exactly like I put it on in the morning at the nighttime. I'll get up at 5:30 in the morning, put on my eyeshadow, and it still looks the same at 11:30 at night. And honestly, color bases on top of your eyeshadow primer, I think, is my personal trick. My eyeshadow never stays as good without a color base. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to use MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And I just put this on the lid area and kind of blend it up. If I was using a different color base, I wouldn't blend it up. If I was using a Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded or Bad to the Bronze, I wouldn't use that because then it would blend up into my crease area. But since this is really just kind of a skin tone color, I can blend it up and it looks okay. But I'm not going to let that product get too far because I am actually going to dip back into this in just a little bit. So this eye look is what I've been wearing a lot at school, and everybody is all about it. They all told me they really liked it. Well, not everyone, but a lot of girls said they really liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this tutorial today. So I'm going to start off. We're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and she looks a little dirty. But I really like this palette. I hadn't really dipped into it too much until this last week, and then I was like, oh, I love it. So the first color that I'm going to be going into is this one here, and it's Bueno Fresco. Bueno, whatever. This purple shade, something Fresco. Don't ask me to pronounce French, because I don't know how to pronounce it. If you're French and you would like to teach me, please feel free. But I am just going to fluff this color into my crease with a light hand. And honestly, a light hand is so important to know. You know, if you just go into this and then stab yourself in the eye with it, it's not going to work. It's like my friend Kennedy. I'm going to use her as an example. She was doing her makeup and I was teaching her how to do a look. And I was walking her through the steps and she's like, ow, this brush hurts. And I'm like, well, are you stabbing yourself with it? Because then I picked up the brush and I did it on her and I was like, did that hurt? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, were you stabbing yourself? She was like, maybe. So like, you don't need to stab yourself. You can do this with a light hand, I promise you. If you want to keep this area really clean, you can always apply like a translucent powder or some tape. I didn't because I haven't been. I honestly leave it kind of messy some days. But if you want to not be messy, you can do that. So I really don't know if this color did a damn thing for me, but then I would take raw sienna. This is a Morphe M433 brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. But I would just take the color raw sienna and I would go kind of over it to kind of warm it up, because this shade is very purple and that just gives it a little bit of warmth. And then I took just a blending brush and I was blending it out. And then I take the shade, Antique Bronze, which is the shade right here. And I'm just using that same brush and I'm going to go into the crease a little bit closer to the eye. This shade has a little bit of shimmer to it, and if you know me, you know I don't like putting shimmery shadows into my eye or into my crease, but I'm doing it. And then I kind of just put this down onto my outer V area a little bit, but not too much, because we're about to go in with another color. I'm going to blend that out real fast too. So we're getting a really purpley, dark, smoky looking crease going on. I'm actually going to grab a different M43, well actually I'm grabbing a MAC 217. Those brushes are essentially the same. I'm going to take the color Red Ochre, which is this one right here, and I'm going to apply it onto the outer part of my lid and into my crease area. So my creases got so much going on right now. It's ridiculous. Okay, so after your crease looks like it has every color of the rainbow on it, I'm going to go in with a concealer brush and I'm going to go back to this MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. I saw somebody do this. And, you know, I've watched tutorials forever, and I never really put two and two together to actually do this, to give myself a cleaner, like, cut crease look. But I'm going to close my eye, and I'm going to kind of find where my crease is, and I'm going to place this going downwards. And then I'll just kind of carve and shape it. And then going out, we just kind of like use the side of the brush to feather it out. I'm going to go back in and touch up with that red shade a little bit too. But I just do that on both sides. And I would definitely suggest a flat concealer brush. This one is just the Concealer F10 brush. because they usually have a little bit of a tip to it, and that helps when you can carve out that shape, because you see like when I close my eyes that I've got a nice carved out shape, and that's really helpful for this look. I think to me it's what made me love the look, is that I actually did that. So I'm gonna go into my MAC 242 brush, and this is my favorite brush for packing on any kind of why did I say it like that? Kind of shimmery shadow. I'm gonna use the shade Primavera, which is this one right here. And I'm going to just go in and put that right on top of that paint pot that we just carved into our crease. Oh, I love it. And then I'm going to go back into that red shade that we used, that red ochre shade, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a blending lightly from that Primavera back into where we had it before. And it just really blends the two colors together, so you don't have such a harsh line happening, because nobody likes harsh lines. And then I'm gonna go down to my under eye area, my lower lid, and I'm gonna take the shade that fresco shade, and I'm gonna run it along here. And then I'm gonna take Antique Bronze, kind of mimicking my crease without going into some other shades. Okay, alright, I almost forgot. And then I also took Cypress Umber, which, let me find my brush that I'm looking for here. This is my favorite outer corner brush, by the way. This is the M562. I'm not a Morphe affiliate. I was just a part of the Morphe Me Monthly Brush Club, so I have a ton of Morphe brushes. But this is Cypress Umber, and it's this brown shade. And I just kind of lightly get that in the outer corner. I love this. This brush is so good to use with a light hand for outer corner colors. Ugh, I love it so much. I'm so obsessed with it. I really am. I am so obsessed with it. Okay, so now I'm going to check out the crease area again. Okay, now I'm going to take on a smudge brush. I'm going to grab red ochre, and I'm going to run that along right up into that lash line area. I really hope I didn't go out of frame for that, because I know I'm really good at doing that. Okay, and then for my brow bone, I'm just going to take this white shade, this Tempera, and I'm going to just apply that into the brow bone area. So for my inner corner highlight though, I have been living for the Desi X Katy highlighter in Mirame, and I think it's a little too, I don't know, I like it on my brow, whatever, I like it there too. But I have been using this with a pencil brush as my inner corner highlight, and I always go over it twice to build up that color, and it is always popping. I'm going to go in and do my usual winged eyeliner, and this is just with the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Going in with my Marc Jacobs gel liner. It's like a highliner and gel liner. I don't know. It's so pretty. And I'm using this. It's in Blacker. It's like the blackest shade. Using that on my waterline. Also, I never tug on my waterline. When I film videos, I do, just for the purpose of you being able to see it. But when I do my makeup myself, I never tug on my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with my mascara and my lashes. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury mascara. This is the full fat lashes. And then I'm also going to use my Kiss number 11 falsies. So that is the completed eye look. I'm going to show you guys what I've been using the last couple of days. Honestly, I just now dipped back into this guy. And I haven't used it forever. This is the MAC sculpting powder in the color Sculpt. This used to be something that I used on a daily basis, and I literally just dipped back into it the other day. So I'm just using a Morphe brush that has absolutely no name on it, but it's got a pointed tip to it. And I'm sticking that tip right in the hollow of my cheek, or, you know, what would be the hollows of my cheek if I didn't have a chubby face. And I'm taking that same color on a Sigma powder blush brush, Sigma F10. And I'm just going to sculpt out the forehead area with it as well. This is not a very like warm bronzy shade by any means, but I like it. And then for my blush that I kind of like, and it's kind of dark for me, but the Dallas blush from Benefit. Girl, I love it. I love this blush. It's so good. I try really hard not to overdo it with my blush and bronzer. Sometimes it's real hard because I always just want to overdo it. I don't know what it is. And I'm actually not going to use Mirror Matte on my face. I'm going to use this, oh gosh, Too Faced Love Light highlighter, and this is in Blinded by the Light. It's a prismatic highlighter. And I love this highlight. It's so good on my skin color. It just always works really well for me. And it never looks crazy. Go down my nose a little bit. Since I've had this acne on my forehead, I haven't really liked to accentuate it too much. So I just kind of lightly dust it onto my forehead. And then I leave it alone. Okay, and then for my lip color today, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit more. Oh, we're going the wrong way. For my lip color, I'm going to use Americano by Ofra. You know, a lot of these products I've had for so long, and I'm like, I hope that they still, like, carry, like, this color and stuff. Okay, my hair is looking a little funky right now. This is second day curls, like third day curls that I slept on and tried to brush out, and I thought, oh yeah, those are gonna look really good, and they don't. So I'm gonna have to go adjust my hair a little bit, but this is my finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited to see content from me again. If you're still here, if you still even remember who I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any video requests that you have for me in the comments down below, and I will talk to all of you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.
Why? Don't be mad cause I'm doing me better than you doing you. Don't be mad cause I'm doing me better than you doing you. Don't be mad cause I'm doing me better than you doing you. Better than you doing you. Fuck it, what you gonna